All right, so secret number 2 is maths is the key to your child's future. So maths is the key to your child's future. Okay, now, how many times have you heard a child say, not necessarily your child, but any child say, I hate maths? I bet you've heard it so many times, right? And maybe you've even seen an adult struggle with basic maths calculation and you're thinking, why are they stumbling over this sort of basic question? Now, here's the thing. Maths anxiety is a massive issue in this part of the world. And just to show you the proof, I've got some statistics for you. So, approximately 93% of adult US Americans say that they experience some level of maths anxiety. Now, this is a US study, but the UK is not far off at all. Okay. Then you've got up to 30% of secondary school maths teachers report that during lesson they sometimes suffer from maths anxiety. I want you to just kind of take a minute to just take that in. Up to 30% of secondary school maths teachers report that during lesson they sometimes suffer from maths anxiety. Also, nearly half of secondary schools have been using non-specialist teachers to teach maths. Nearly half of secondary schools have been using non-specialist teachers to teach maths. So that means, over 50% of the time, your child's maths teacher is a PE teacher or an RE teacher, right? So you can start to see why there's such a massive problems with maths anxiety. And it's no surprise then that before kids even start learning maths, they already dislike the subjects. They see adults around them don't like maths. Children around them don't like maths. They notice it in their teachers. And so society has made it acceptable to say, I'm bad at maths, or I'm not good at maths. I hate maths. But you'd never hear people casually say, I'm bad at reading. Now, here's the surprising part. Maths anxiety doesn't just affect the lower ability students. You can see here that one study found that more than 3/4 of children with maths anxiety were normal to high achievers in the subject, right? So 3/4 were normal to high achievers in the subject. So this means that even students who could excel and do even better are being held back, not just because they lack the ability, but because of the negative mindset around maths. So your child might be around a grade 7, but actually maths anxiety is holding them from getting a grade 9, right? So what is the solution? Well, we need to understand that maths underpins everything, and mastering maths opens up massive opportunities. Firstly, maths equals higher lifetime earnings. So let me explain that to you. So on the screen there you can see a graph, and this graph is from the Department of Education. It shows the lifetime earning increase from just one grade improvement in different GCSE subjects. And you can see that maths is just way ahead, right? So just one grade improvement, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, is worth £15,000 in lifetime earnings. So this is data from the government. So imagine then what 2, 3, 4 or more grades can do for your child in maths compared to any of the other subjects. That's just how important maths is. So whether your child is motivated by money or not, in today's day and age, it is more important than ever that we do everything that we can to get that financial stability. The second thing that we need to do with regards to this is that understand that mathematics makes science easier. So in science subjects, whether you're doing combined science or triple science, mathematical skills combined with the scientific investigation skills account for up to 40%. And that's equivalent to 2 to 3 grade levels. So I want to cut again, just take a minute and take that in. So mathematical skills in science, when combined with scientific investigation skills, account for up to 40% of marks, 2 to 3 grade levels. So What that means is that if a student is strong in maths, it means they're naturally better at science, and it's going to increase their chances of getting the grades that they need for the desired sixth form, college, or university, and for getting those better opportunities. And that includes getting into STEM fields. So, what's good about STEM fields for those of us listening to this where your child wants to go into a STEM field? Well, STEM fields and STEM careers like engineering, medicine, finance, and technology, in short, they pay more. So we just go back to that earning potential thing that we're talking about again. So rather than seeing maths as something that we need to get through, that makes us anxious, what we need to do is we need to change our mindset, and students need to start seeing maths as the tool that shapes their future, more so than any other subject. Now, this is exactly what we focus on inside our program, helping students master maths and science with confidence so that they can maximize their opportunities. So you can already see from this just how maths underpins absolutely everything. So maths is the key to your child's success. How can you help your child with this? Well, make maths a daily habit to help them reduce that anxiety. So encourage your child to practice a few problems each day. So maths is one of those topics that it's one of the subjects that require a lot of practicing. And when you're practicing every day, it builds that confidence. You're going to improve faster, and that would help shift their mindset around maths. Okay, now here is one of our previous students who we helped quite a lot with their math skills as well as their scientific investigation skills. And you can see how that made a massive difference in terms of how they were doing. They're really hitting the top grades. As you can literally see, these are exactly the words from the email that her mom sent me, right? That she's really hitting the top grades in all three of the sciences. So getting through maths anxiety and doing well at maths really makes you naturally better for science. And if you're going into a STEM field, then that gives you an added bonus and gives your child an added bonus. Okay, so going on to the last secret